Haldane and Michael Kosterlitz, and they've been awarded for this year's Nobel Prize in Physics for discoveries about forms of matter. They used maths to explain strange physical effects in rare states of matter, such as superconductors, superfluids or thin magnetic fields. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, I don't either, so let's see if Palab Ghosh, our science correspondent, can explain. What is it that they have done, Palab?
Well, first of all, what terrific news. Not just one British scientist winning, but three altogether, one of the biggest prizes in science. And their work has transformed physics. Now, what they won it for is the stuff around us we know behaves in certain ways, but in certain conditions, when they're very, very cold or very, very thin, they behave in weird ways. So an example is when wires are made very, very cold, electricity can flow through them forever without stopping. And fluids, if you cool the gas helium down into a liquid, it can creep around like it has a life of its own. Now, what these physicists have done is they've used some very complicated mathematics to explain just how these things occur. Now, that's important because if you can harness this, then you open up a whole new area of stuff that can be used to design new electronic components, a mobile phone chip of the future, new types of computers. But Nobel Prizes aren't given for practical, useful applications. The Nobel Committee was so impressed by the sheer beauty of the mathematics and the incredible insights that these researchers gained at a very deep and fundamental level into how stuff works. So it is a lot to get your head around, but it's wonderful, wonderful work and great news for British science.
So tell us more about these men then, what their backgrounds are. This is presumably their life's work. Where have they been doing it? How's it been funded?
So they carried out, they're all British born, but they did their work in the US. All of them, many of them are now retired, but they're in the US now. And it was all carried out in the 1980s, and that work, the 1980s and 1990s, and that work is now what the students of today are studying. It's one of the very first things that any new physics graduate has to get their heads around.
It's fascinating. Names that probably most of us have never heard of before,
well,
but David Thouless, Duncan, Haldane, Michael Kosterlitz, names we all should know. Thank you very much, Palab. Thank you.